Am I in this shot?
Nope.
Welcome back to the channel. We're the Whiskey Wimps. We're doing the 5 whiskeys that you need. You only need 5 whiskeys, according to Reddit. Was a thing that was done a while back before we even had a channel, and people were like doing their things of the 5 whiskeys you need, like a classification, the 5 classifications. And then Matt over at ADHD Whiskey.
Awesome, dude.
Put his own, it's hilarious. It's like if Zach Galifianakis had a whiskey channel.
Yes, hilarious. Bomb.
Just
He put a new spin on it.
laughing.
Yes.
Lots.
Lots. All the funnies.
I'm Brian.
I'm Matt.
We're the Whiskey Wimps. I've got my 5 hiding over here.
I got my 5 over there.
First whiskey that you need, of the 5 that you only need, is an entry buzz whiskey. Like a whiskey to get the night started.
Oh, yes.
Something to get you in the right mood to move on to all the other whiskeys you're gonna enjoy throughout the night. This is the first one that you go for.
My first one of the night is Evan Williams, Ball and Bonded, 100 proof.
Okay, okay.
I know we're starting off with 100 proof right off the bat, but I like my proofs a little bit higher, and I felt this is it's a good everyday like starter whiskey to get the night rolling. You can get this for under 20 bucks.
It's fine to start at 100. Matt on his channel, he started with something that was like 140, like some light whiskey. It was like 140. I was like,
know,
yeah,
but
that's rolling in deep, rolling in hard.
But for me, this one, like it's an easy like every night drinker for me, and I feel like this is just an even tasting whiskey to kind of get my palate ready for everything else that's gonna come that night.
Let me bust out my number 1. My entry buzz whiskey over here.
Anti-buzz.
Entry buzz.
Oh,
entry buzz.
Okay.
Ardbeg, Scotch whiskey, peated Scotch whiskey, and I'll tell you why. I've always had this thing where
You've always had a thing.
I've always had this thing. The peated Scotch whiskey is a very acquired taste. Many people will drink it and be like, what is that? Please never give it to me again. Mm-hmm. Some people will drink it for the first time and be like, oh yeah, I love that. You know, I love that campfire-ness. But my thing is that if you start with this, and you can pick out all the notes and get beyond the smoke and find the other subtleties that are beyond the smoke, everything else from there on out is child's play to pick out the notes. So I like starting with a peated Scotch, especially if it's somebody who's drinking for the first time and I know I'm gonna get them to drink it, try at least 2 things. I'll sit them down, if it's the first time having whiskey, be like, all right, you just gotta promise me one thing. You will try at least 2 of the whiskeys, the first 2 whiskeys I pour you tonight, gotta try both of them at least. Now if I start them with this and they're like, hell no, I'm never doing that again, I'll move them on to whiskey number 2 and be like, see, they're not all like that. Gotcha. They're much different. Mm-hmm. And so that's why it's my entry proof. That's why it's number 1 for me. Next is current favorite. Yes, as Matt said. Mm-hmm. No, we can leave them up there. Leave them up there. So we can, yeah.
All right.
We're gonna be, of all the things we pull out tonight, there's gonna be something special. Like a unicorn whiskey, a whiskey unicorn. It only appears when rainbows and things like that are shining out of your ass that day. That's the only time a bottle of whiskey like this appears. So we're gonna be pulling, it's coming out tonight. We're gonna open it, we're gonna drink it. So this is your favorite. Current favorite. So whatever's currently your favorite. This changes often for me. Like
this changes often for me too.
I'd say that this has been your favorite since I've known you.
This is Little Book. I know you were expecting to be my favorite. Granny.
Well, I thought you were pulling out just
R.I.P.
Bookers,
Granny.
yeah. I thought you were. I threw her bottle in the. This isn't Granny. That's what I'm trying to tell you. There's a different story with every single batch. The one that's gone. Granny's gone. This is Granny right here. This is Granny. Granny's over. Granny's done. Recycling this morning. I'd been holding on to it this whole time. It's sitting in recycling. It can still be pulled out. It's in the snake room. It's not in the big recycling. It's in the secondary recycling to be moved out to the main recycling.
We'll pull it out later. Just R.I.P. Granny later.
Granny's done.
My current favorite is Little Book.
Little Book.
I cannot find this anywhere down south. Anywhere. I've only been able to find it here, so anytime I come up, I gotta buy a bottle. That's why this one's unopened right now, because I finished the other one. The nuttiness, Oh, the nuttiness.
That Jim Beam. Jim Beam nut. Hey, man, Little Book was at one point my current favorite.
Really?
Yeah, it was.
I'm curious to see now what is the new favorite. I want to set mine down.
Woodford Reserve, double oaked. And I know it because, well, first of all,
Well, yeah.
this.
But you also do have like other unopened bottles usually lined up after it.
I actually have, the funny thing is I have another bottle of this that's also open. And that's how we know it's a favorite. 2 open bottles of Woodford Reserve here at the Cusco household. And this one was actually sent to me by my buddy Adam Webb at Goolsby Serpent. So it makes it even more favorite because a friend sent it to me.
Oh.
And it's got this nice.
No one sent me any bottles of whiskey. If you guys are fans of me, send me a bottle of whiskey.
Speaking of sending stuff out, I was thinking that one of the benefits for joining our Patreon could be, and this is just throwing it out there. This is an idea. I picked these up with this in mind. I've got a whole bunch of sample bottles here, and I was thinking we could
Sending water out.
Yeah, fresh spring water.
Fresh spring water.
To patrons who have been patrons for a certain amount of months of the whiskeys that we have here in Taste that maybe you can't even find where you happen to live. Water.
Water.
Water that you can't find anywhere. Fresh spring water that can only be found here that you might be able to.
Locally sourced here at the Whiskey Wimps.
It's just a thought. Leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think about that. Is that a good idea? Is it a
And if
poor
that's
idea?
a good idea, you should join the Patreons and get on board right away. That
Like
way
now.
Number 4.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Number 3 is a little known, like kind of something that people don't really know about. You know, everybody, well, a lot of people know about Evan Williams. A lot of people know about these, like something that you have that people don't really know so much about. What's that for you, Matthew?
Brian, what I have for number 3 is O-Tub.
O-Tub. Hey, more Jim Beam, am I right?
More Jim Beam, yes, but
Unfiltered.
Unfiltered, 100 proof.
So you got Heaven Hill, Jim Beam, Jim Beam.
Catching a little that.
Because even the Evan has a bit of that nut.
It does. So
Matt's a nut fan. He's a fan of the nut. He's a fan of the nut. What? He's a fan.
Back to the nut. O-Tub. You can tell I like this one. Oh man, this one just goes down real smooth for unfiltered. Whiskey helps, Brian, and it helps me feel happy.
Hey, yeah, it's brown juice for fun people.
I wore that shirt last week.
I'm gonna wear that shirt next week.
Brian, tell me about what whiskey is under the radar for you.
American Barrels
Ooh.
Kentucky Bourbon. Bam, right there. And this is why. Look at this thing.
It's a shotgun shell.
It's got a big old shell on the bottom as the bottom of the bottle. It's got a snake wrapping around the bottle.
It's a shotgun shell.
This was also sent to me by one of our patrons, Mr. Joshua Himovich, and I can't bring myself to open it because it's so freaking cool. And I don't think I've never seen this anywhere. I don't even know that the whiskey's gonna be good inside the bottle. It's just how cool that bottle is and the fact that I've never seen it anywhere that I've been. I've gotten like so many stores while cruising around. I'm like, oh, pop in this store, pop in this store. Oh, look, a liquor store, pop in that store. Have not seen this thing anywhere. And the fact that it's got a snake on it, the fact that our logo has snakes in it because we know each other because of snakes, that's why. And the fact that I've never seen it anywhere. Let me know if you've seen this anywhere. I don't know where the hell Josh got this.
Anywhere.
Nobody is. Tell me you've seen this before. Tell me if you've seen this before.
Tell us.
If you without lying.
Tell us. Don't tell him. Tell us.
Yeah, us. Comment
Us.
down
Comment.
below. You seen that bottle before?
And if you're on a Patreon, show us some bottles that maybe you're trying right now that maybe we don't know about, and maybe we'll bring them on the channel and we'll try it ourselves and give you our personal expert opinion. Brian, don't laugh when I say expert because we've been doing this for 14 episodes now, and we are experts.
This is episode 15. What we should do is move on to number 4, which is a whiskey that you have and you just rub in your friend's face like, look what I got. I know you wish you had this, but nope, you don't, and I do. Here it is. What's that for you, dog?
It's a new pickup. Old Carter. And the reason why I picked this one out, because I think I made Brian a little bit jealous when I bought this one last weekend. Because guess what he did? Break my glass.
Went out and got my own. I got the 12 here. That was good. Touche.
That's why I picked this one. Because anytime I make him a little bit jealous, Brian, tell us what you're wanting to make.
I will tell you. William LaRue Weller. This happens to be 2019. This is one of the Buffalo Trace Antique Collection. If you know Buffalo Trace Antique Collection, you know that they're not that easy to come by these days. MSRP on these things is $99, which is a big joke, because unless you live in a state where the prices are controlled by the state, then you can still hardly find them there. You have to like sign up for these lotteries, or you have to just wait in a crazy line and maybe get a chance to get one. Other than that,
Or join the distillery and hopefully get it from one of their...
something. Anyway, I had a glass of this for the first time the other night, and I was just like, that is the best whiskey I've had. And this, I would rub in your face because I've got one. But I'm not like that, at least not 100% of the time. And so I'm gonna open this bad boy right now and not rub it in Matt's face, and we're gonna drink it right now.
Ooh. That was a pleasant pop.
Bring that glass up, buddy. Oh, sacred juice.
This is gotta be in slow motion.
Sacred juice.
This is...
Oh, I spilled a drop. Before we actually sip it, we should move on to whiskey number 5.
Sure. Can we smell it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what? Dude, it doesn't even need to hardly open up. You smell that?
I agree with you.
Oh
I'm not
my
getting any
God.
ethanol whatsoever.
No ethanol. No ethanol. Just,
All right. Oh, wow.
oh, Lord almighty, dude.
Number 5, guys.
Freaking grape soda, bacon. It's like meat tea, sweet tea.
Oh.
Georgia sweet tea. Some sweet tea from down south. Some fresh jerky.
Fresh jerky.
Yeah, fresh jerky. Some sweet tea and some fresh jerky, dude. Like just like the sweet jerky, a little bit of pepper on it too. Oh my God. Okay, let's do
You might
whiskey
have to
5.
move that one back over to your number 4. Make your friends jealous.
That's what it is.
Oh. Anyways, number 5.
Number 5.
Number 5.
Number 5 is
To be able to drink and entertain.
what?
Yes.
It says a great long pour bottle.
Well, Matt also said something that you can pour and entertain your guests with. Too.
By doing this. How about this stuff?
All
No,
right.
we're not doing that with this bottle.
No. Blanton's.
It's probably like the worst bottle to pour a long pour from.
I did a different take on the long pour.
I want to see the long pour.
No, you're not gonna get a long pour because I'm not spilling a goddamn drop of this on the table.
So what's the category?
This one is to drink and entertain for me.
Okay.
And what I mean by entertain is, this is a perfect bottle to kind of like sit on the table to look at. It's that perfect pineapple grenade. You got the little ponies on top. You know, you can talk about the Kentucky Derby with the horses on top. It pairs well with cigars. And it's just that overall like great entertaining vibe.
I'm entertained right now. I really am. My number 5, I broke the rule too.
Oh, how did you break the rules, Mr. I only follows the rules?
I think if you know me by now, you know I don't follow a single goddamn rule to ever put.
We'll see.
So, Old Elk. This is another store pick. This is from the Corked Bigsby that I mentioned last week. The thing about this bottle, I'm not going to do a long pour. I could do a long pour. Maybe I will just for fun. But it's the cork. Yeah, look at that. It's the top of. It's a stump.
Cork is awesome.
It's an awesome cork.
I haven't seen a cork like that before.
And it's the cork that does it, because something Matt had mentioned was, I think, something about people thought maybe were you going to say it was going to be a good bottle pop, something that has a good bottle pop, and that's what I did. For whatever reason, this whiskey, every single time you open it, even if it's already open, has the most fantastic pop. Listen. And like it's like it locks back in, like there's a little click, like.
Ooh.
Ready?
Huh? One more time. Oh.
Every time. There's a link down in the description for Matt at ADHD Whiskey's channel. If you haven't seen it already, Matt is a hilarious dude. I would love to hang out with the guy someday and throw back some glasses. And,
We would like to hang out.
well, I get to hang out with the Matt already. I guess you never get to hang out with the Matt. So
I never get to hang out with another Matt.
It'd be more special for you, probably.
It would be. It would be an M&M type of event.
I hang out with Brian's all the time.
I
Almost
have
too
no
much.
other M's in my. I have M's, but no other Matts. I need more Matts in my life. I got an ant on me.
Hey! Ant life.
Ant
Dude,
life.
this is phenomenal, bro. Just the nose. I can just sit here and smell it.
I can smell this one all day. Man, whiskey helps.
Whiskey. Whiskey. Whiskey.
Whiskey
Everything is better with whiskey.
and friends.